So next speaker on my list is Dr. Andrew Murison, MP.
Well, good morning, everybody. Thank you for the opportunity. The multi-storey car park is a much valued local facility right at the heart of the county town. Please do not allow it to be reduced to a pile of rubble without alternative reprovisioning. And let number 3, High Street, Warminster, be a warning to us all as to how these things can drag on and on. That will be devastating to the county town of Trowbridge, and you must not let it happen.
Thank you. Peter Histed is here to speak.
Thank you, Chair. My name is Peter Histed, resident of Trowbridge and citizen of Wiltshire. This statement is apolitical, made in good faith, and based solely on the agenda published yesterday at 5:15. I will address 4 points, 3 on St Stephen's multi-storey car park and 1 briefly on Wiltshire Council's digital strategy. So point 1, the structural safety information. I do not oppose any reasonable outcome for the multi-storey provided it is transparent and defensible. In July 25, I submitted an FOI request for the full structural report. No information was provided and the appeal was ignored. In January 26, I requested again the full structural report from 25. The response was from the Information Governance Division. It is not in the public interest and is commercially sensitive. I also asked for the post-works condition report, the safety certificate confirming the building is safe, and the sign-off in a reopening. The response to all of those was no information is held by the council. It is implausible that the car park would be reopened without documented assurance of safety. This suggests information does exist and has been withheld. Therefore, I conclude the car park is quite sound, and the withholding of information appears to be linked to progressing a transfer. Point 2, the transfer process. This process was rushed, opaque, unsupported by a credible business case, and lacking of proper due diligence. A question raised on the 7th of January about the business rates owed by the owner of Castle Place was avoided in that meeting, despite the account being in enforcement. This information comes from a written conversation that many will have seen, which was made public recently between Wiltshire Council executive officers. Publicly available accounts show that the company owning Castle Place is insolvent and unable to fund development. This raises serious concerns about whether this is an appropriate party for Wiltshire Council to engage with. Point 3, to gather citizen views, I ran a poll, automatically forward responses to the councillors and officials. I provided instructions for creating mailbox rules for recipients. Despite assurances in May 25, Wiltshire Council blocked the platform, preventing citizen feedback. This appears to be deliberate censorship, and I will take this matter to the Free Speech Union. In conclusion, I am deeply concerned that the Wiltshire citizens are not receiving adequate service in Wiltshire Council and would like all of these matters to be thoroughly investigated.
Thank you very much.
I'll address a couple of the points. The reports are produced by the experts and they themselves require a level of confidentiality, so it's not just up to us to release them. However, the next surveyor's report to be produced on the car park will be presented to group leaders in commercial confidence. So from that perspective, we are constrained in terms of what we can release. I'm not going to make any comment around the solvency or otherwise of Patek Limited, but I would draw Council's attention to the fact that we're not commissioning services from them. The proposal when we debated this in January was that we disposed of the asset to them as an asset transfer, not as a commission of services. And Council declined to approve that transaction.
Storey car park is a much valued local facility right at the heart of the county town. Please do not allow it to be reduced to a pile of rubble without alternative reprovisioning. And let number 3, High Street, Warminster, be a warning to us all as to how these things can drag on and on. That will be devastating to the county town of Trowbridge, and you must not let it happen. Yes.